Could you imagine Mirabel as a deer? Sweet, curious, and just a little bit clumsy. Today we're transforming the iconic Encanto characters into animals that perfectly reflect their personalities. Each time a new character is revealed, I'll show you a magical card of their animal version. And the best part? At the end, you'll see the whole Madrigal family as animals in one super fun magical poster. You won't want to miss it. Alright, let's talk about Isabela. She's basically the family's walking Instagram filter, beautiful, sweet, and elegant. The kind of person who could roll out of bed and look like she stepped off a magazine cover. And those flowers? Don't even get me started. They're always flawlessly set up, like they've read her mind. But here's the twist. If Isabela were an animal, she'd definitely be a swan. Why? Well, swans are the divas of the animal world. They glide on the water so smoothly, always looking perfect. Look at those beautiful flowers. And she looks so elegant, just like Isabela. But don't be tricked by how perfect she looks. Swans may look calm on the water, but underneath, they're paddling hard to stay up. Isabela might seem like she has everything under control, but we all know the pressure to be perfect can get to her too. Even though she looks graceful, she's putting in a lot of effort behind the scenes to keep everything balanced. So yeah, a swan is the perfect match for Isabela. Elegant, graceful, and all about beauty and balance. I'd rate this a 9.5. She really gives off that swan vibe. Now, let's reveal Isabela as a swan on the magical card. Wow, just look at that elegance. Next one, Antonio. He might be the youngest in his family, but trust me, don't let that fool you. With those big, curious brown eyes and hair that always looks like it's ready for an adventure, he stands out. But here's the thing. He's also the kind of kid who doesn't need to shout to be noticed. He's like a little ray of sunshine, lighting up every room and always asking, "What's next?" He's constantly chasing new discoveries, whether it's climbing trees for a better view or listening to the birds to hear their secrets. His energy, impossible to ignore. He can turn a simple game of tag into a big adventure. He may be playful, but when it comes down to it, Antonio's got guts and never backs down from a challenge. He'll stand up for what's right, even when he has no idea what's going on. So, what animal fits Antonio? It's playful, curious, and not afraid to lead or try new things. It's brave and always ready to act. Sound familiar? When you think about it, Antonio probably has more in common with this animal than we'd guess. Now let's pause and think. What animal comes to mind? The answer, a young lion. Look how cute he is. When I look at him, I think Antonio really looks like a lion. He's a born explorer, diving into everything with fearless energy. With his cute, fluffy charm and the courage of a lion on a roller coaster, Antonio faces every challenge head on. That's Antonio. And his independence? He doesn't ask for permission, he just goes for it. He charges ahead, carving his own path with bold confidence. His curiosity, bravery, and growing independence make him a perfect match. As he keeps growing, that lion strength is only going to get stronger. Antonio's definitely a future leader. 9 for this little lion cub. Let's reveal Antonio as a lion on the magical card. Wow, isn't that amazing? Just like a lion, Antonio is brave and strong. Look who we have now. Bruno. Bruno is the kind of guy who likes to keep things under wraps. He's like the human version of a do not disturb sign. Mysterious? Check. Quiet? You bet. Trying to figure out Bruno is like playing hide and seek, except he's the one hiding and he's a pro at it. With his green eyes and dark hair, he blends in like a shadow. There's something about him that makes you feel like you're missing a part of his story, like you started a book but skipped a chapter. No spoilers, you'll just have to wait to find out the rest. Bruno has a gift that's as sharp as a fox's nose. He can sense things others can't, even the secrets you've been trying to bury since 2003. His superpower, uncovering what's hidden beneath the surface. Like a detective, but with a style that's all his own. So, what animal suits Bruno? Drumroll. I might have dropped a hint earlier, but the animal that fits Bruno best is the fox. Mysterious, sneaky, and somehow always one step ahead, Bruno's got that cleverness that can cut through all the noise and find the hidden truth. He does look mysterious, but it still gives me the creeps, as if he could dart behind a tree at any moment. He might not be the life of the party, he's usually hanging back and watching, but when it counts, Bruno's the one you want around. Rating 6.5. Bruno is smart and has a lot of potential, but he's still figuring out how to use it all. Sometimes he holds back and doesn't show everything he can do. Honestly, he looks a little scary in this picture, like a mysterious animal with that intense stare. He's really got that mysterious vibe. Okay, now let's add Bruno as a fox to our magical card. He might be a bit scary, but we love him for it. We have Luisa, the type of person who could probably bench press a car if she ever needed to. With her deep brown eyes and muscles built for lifting mountains, she's the definition of strong. But don't let that tough exterior fool you. She's not all about brute force. Luisa is the kind of person who would fight a bear for you. Spoiler, she'd win. And then bake you cookies afterward, all while making sure her family is well taken care of. So what animal fits Luisa? Well, it's not a cat, because let's be honest, Luisa would probably crush it just by looking at it. It's gotta be something strong, protective, and maybe a little emotional. An animal that's tough when it needs to be, but can show a softer side. What do you think? The answer? A grizzly bear. Big, tough, and ready to smash anything that threatens its family. But like Luisa, it's also loyal and caring. A mama bear will do anything to protect her cubs, just like Luisa would for her family. And even though she's tough, she's got a heart of gold. Just don't try to take her honey. And wow, if you look at the picture of that bear, it really does look like Luisa when she's protecting her loved ones. Anyways, rating 8/10. Luisa's like a grizzly bear, strong and tough, but also knows when to be a little more grizzly. She's got the heart of a protector, and when she's around, no one's messing with her pack. Just remember, if you need her, she's got your back, and she'll probably do it with a smile on her face and a snack for later. Now, let's add Luisa as a bear to our magical card. She looks super soft and cuddly, but watch out. One big hug from her, and we might get squished. All right, let's talk about Camilo. He's that guy who walks into a room and suddenly everything feels more fun, even if the only thing on the table is a sad, half-eaten sandwich. He's like a walking confetti cannon, always ready with a joke or a goofy impression that gets everyone laughing. You can't help but be drawn to him, like a magnet to a fridge full of snacks. But here's the thing. Camilo's not just a joke machine, he's got a superpower. He makes talking to anyone look easy. Whether it's a party or an awkward family dinner, Camilo knows exactly what to say to lighten the mood and make everyone feel comfortable. He's like the social version of Wi-Fi. Everyone's happy when he's around, but if he disappears, suddenly everything feels awkward and slow. If we had to pick an animal for Camilo, it'd be a parrot. Yep, a parrot. Why? Because, like a parrot, he knows how to steal the spotlight without even trying. Whether it's flapping feathers or cracking a joke, Camilo can lift the mood and get everyone feeling like they're at the best party. Look at him, isn't he just glowing? He looks so cheerful, it's impossible not to smile when you see him. Someone get me some sunglasses, this brightness is contagious. Just like a parrot, Camilo always has something to say. He can turn a simple conversation about buying groceries into a full-on comedy show. You'll be laughing so hard, you forget what you even went to the store for. It's like, how did we go from talking about eggs to cracking up like we're at a comedy club? But here's the twist. Camilo's got a sneaky side too. Like a parrot, he knows when to be quiet, but when it's time to step in, watch out. He swoops in with a joke or a clever comment right when you least expect it. Like when you're about to take a sip and someone swaps your drink, and you don't even notice until you're halfway through. As for the rating, I'd give him an 8. Camilo's like a parrot. You never know how he does it, but he's always entertaining without even trying. Just don't turn your back on him, or your snacks will disappear faster than you can say, "Where did they go?" Honestly, just thinking about him makes me smile. I totally want Camilo in my life. He's the kind of energy everyone needs around. Now, let's add Camilo as a parrot to our magical card. He looks like he's about to snatch all the snacks, but he has such a funny smile, you can't even be mad. Okay, imagine this. Abuela, with her silver gray hair and sharp brown eyes, sitting quietly in the room. She says little, but her gaze is sharp and watchful. Everyone feels her presence, even without her saying a word. She's like the glue holding everything together, calmly making sure everything runs smoothly. She always makes you feel safe, even when the world feels a little too wild. Abuela may be small in stature, but there's something in the way she carries herself that says, "I've got you, and I'm keeping an eye on everything." Whether it's organizing the meals, giving wise advice, or just her presence in the background, she knows exactly when to step in. What if I tell you Abuela might actually be a lioness? You probably thought I was talking about a cute, cuddly little cat, but nope. This is the queen of the jungle we're talking about. Wow, just look at her. Abuela radiates motherhood like she's the boss of the universe and the household all at once. She's got that look like, yes, I've got everything under control, and I can make lasagna with my eyes closed. Abuela might not be loud, but when things get out of hand, she steps in like a lioness protecting her pride. No chaos, no drama, just calm, quiet strength. She's got that silent power that keeps everything together, and you wouldn't even notice how much you need her until she's not around. So for the rating, 7.5, she's like the lioness of the family, always making sure things run smoothly. Without her, we'd probably end up eating cereal for dinner, forgetting where we put our shoes, and wondering why no one's fed the dog. She's the magic that holds it all together. If she weren't around, we'd all be running around in mismatched socks and wondering what day it is. Let's add Abuela as a lioness. She's so beautiful and calm, she makes me feel safe. Pepa is the kind of person you won't forget easily. She has that all eyes on me effect, with her light brown hair and those green eyes that seem to notice everything. Pepa is the woman who walks into a room and boom, the vibe changes. 1 minute, she's the sunshine lighting up the place. The next minute, she's a full-on thunderstorm. And honestly, that's what makes her unforgettable. You just never know if you're about to get a hug or a lightning bolt. But hold up, what if I told you that Pepa is actually a peacock? Yep, a peacock. Not literally, of course, but in terms of personality, 100% a match. Wow, all those colors make her look amazing. Her moods change just like a peacock's feathers. Green when she's happy, blue when she's thinking hard, gold when she's full of energy and charm, and so on. You can always see how she feels. It's impossible not to notice. Just like a peacock can't hide its feathers, Pepa can't hide her emotions. She's the human version of a firecracker, sometimes a bit too much, but that's exactly why she's so irresistible. If Pepa were a weather app, her status would always read, "Expect strong winds of emotion with a chance of spontaneous dancing." I'd give her a 7.5. Why? Because Pepa's like a roller coaster with a paintbrush. Always colorful, full of ups and downs, and never a dull moment. 1 minute, she's radiating sunshine, and the next, she's bringing in a storm. It's like living in a weather forecast where anything can happen. Pepa's got a way of keeping everyone on their toes, and you can't help but be entertained by the show. Let's add Pepa as a peacock. She looks beautiful, but with her feathers, you never know if she's feeling sunny or ready to storm. Of course, we can't forget Mirabel. She's got this totally unique look. Her big, expressive eyes are always full of curiosity. Like she's about to ask a question or just wondering if there's any leftover pizza in the fridge. And her curly hair, it's like a fun windstorm that she somehow manages to rock with confidence. Plus, that colorful handmade dress totally screams creativity, like she's always ready for a DIY fashion show. Now, here's the funny part. Mirabel is often compared to a deer, not because she's afraid of headlights, but because she's got this sweet, innocent energy. Kind of like a baby deer taking its first steps. She's always curious, a little clumsy, and super alert, especially when someone's about to take the last cookie. And when things get tough, she's like that deer unsure whether to run or face the challenge. Oh, look how cute. This is so Mirabel. It totally fits her. Curious, charming, and just a little bit clumsy. So adorable, and honestly, she kind of looks like her too. It's like she's got that baby deer vibe. Just waiting to trip over her own feet, but still pulling it off like a pro. But what makes Mirabel amazing? She doesn't have magic powers like the rest of the family, but she's still the heart of the Madrigals. No magic, no problem. Her superpower is keeping the family together with love, care, and tons of laughs. While everyone else is off flying or making flowers bloom, Mirabel's the one making sure the family doesn't lose their keys. It's like she has the magic to keep everything in one place. So if I had to rate her, 9. Why not a 10? Well, sometimes Mirabel doubts herself, like that deer peeking out from behind a tree. unsure about stepping into the spotlight. But honestly, that's what makes her so real and relatable. She's not perfect, but she's perfect for the family. Her humor and ability to make being normal feel magical? Priceless. Keep being you, Mirabel. Here's Mirabel as a deer on the magical card. She's so cute, you just want to eat her up. Not really, of course. And here we are, at the end. Wow, what a ride! We've met the animals and had fun matching our characters with their animal twins. But before you go picking your own animal buddy, here's the big surprise. That magical family poster? It's ready. Get ready to see the whole Madrigal crew together in their wildest forms. Wasn't that awesome? I bet you didn't expect some of those transformations. Before you go, here's a fun challenge for you. Leave a comment below and tell us which animal you think matches your favorite character best. Is Pepa actually a flamingo instead of a peacock? Or maybe there's a mysterious wolf in the group? We want to hear your craziest ideas. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you won't miss the big reveal coming up. See you in the next adventure.